Okay, number 9, last one. So you've got these bicycle pedals, which are A, the number of bicycle pedals. They cost 20 each. And the brake pads, which number of brake pads stand for B, and those cost $5 each. And that's going to help build your constraint because you have to spend exactly $1,000. So that means you need, for your constraint, the cost of bike pedals times the number of bike pedals plus the cost of brake pads times the number of brake pads has to equal $1,000. Okay, so same process as before. This is now saying give the max and min values. Okay, so let's do the Lagrange multiplier equation in terms of A, B. Just like before, it's the original equation minus lambda, the multiplier constant, and then you've got this constraint, the relationship between the variables. Okay, and if we just distribute, this is minus 20 lambda A, minus 5 lambda B, that piece. I'll just rewrite the whole thing. Okay, so now let's find the derivative just with respect to A. So again, that means B is a constant. So we've got 16A plus B minus 20 lambda. Okay. Then the partial derivative with respect to B, so it means A is a constant. So we've got A plus 2B minus 5 lambda, setting these each equal to 0. So here's where I just noticed it might be easier so I don't have to work with fractions. So I'm going to isolate the lambda piece in the first. So 20 lambda is 16A plus 5B. What am I doing? It's not 5B. 15 plus B. Sorry. So 16. Oh my gosh, I need to make it so it actually looks decent. Okay, so 16A plus B equals 20 lambda. And in the second equation, if I isolate 5 lambda, I get A plus 2B.
I was just going to ask, do you goggles?
Okay, so then, so one is 20 lambda, the other is 5 lambda. Well, instead of solving for lambda and dealing with fractions, I'm just going to multiply both sides here by 4. So then both equal 20 lambda, and then you can set them equal to each other. Way easier, 4A plus 8B. So now they both are 20 lambda, so let's just set them equal to each other. You'll get the same answer if you actually solve for lambda, but it's more painful because you're going to deal with fractions. Okay. All right, so now we just want a relationship between A and B. So we've got 3B equals, let's see, why am I getting 3B? Oops, that's not right. 7B, sorry, equals 12A. So B is 12/7 A. You could have solved for A in terms of B, either one. Okay, so now we go to our constraint equation. And let me rewrite what that is. It is that, going back to the beginning, 20A plus 5B equals 1,000. Okay, that was the constraint, yeah. All right, so let's plug in so we've got 20A plus 5. The B in terms of A is 12/7 A equals 1,000. So I'm actually going to multiply both sides by 7 so I don't have to work with fractions. So 140A plus 60A equals 7,000. So 200A equals 7,000. A, when I divide, I can cancel out 2 of the zeros, so it's going to be 35. Okay, nice. Then we know B is 12/7 A. So B is going to be, 7 goes into 35 5 times, so B would be 60. Okay, so that we get one critical point from that. So we've got U, we're going to definitely check U 3560. But let's also test the extremes. Like if A is 0, then going to the constraint, that means B is 1,000 over 5 or 200. So we're going to check that. And the reason I definitely know I need to do this, it's asking for both a max and a min, and I only have one critical point here. So a max or min is also going to have to come from one of these extremes. The other, or boundaries, the other is if B is 0, so that means 20A is 1,000, so A would be 50. Okay, so we're going to plug these back into the original equation, which was 8A squared plus AB plus B squared. So here it would be 835 squared plus 35 times 60 plus 60 squared. Again, annoying if you don't have a calculator. I used mine. I mean, I guess I could do long multiplication, but I didn't want to. So I got 15,500. This is way easier. Still kind of annoying though, because 80 squared plus 0 times 200 plus 200 squared, which ends up being 40,000. Okay, so that's definitely more than the 15,500. And the last one is going to be 8 times 50 squared plus 50 times 0 plus 0 squared. So that ends up being 20,000. Okay, well, does this stand for money? I don't think so. I actually think it stands for... It stands for the utility, so I don't know why I'm putting money to it, or dollar sign with it. It's just utility, so forget that dollar sign. So now looking at the three possibilities, this one here is the max, and this one here is the min utility. So max utility is 40,000, min utility is 15,500. All right, that's it.